No. That's the thing, son. See, we living in the most unauthentic time ever in history with everybody screaming, keeping it 100, keeping it real, keeping it a buck, real talk. And it's like, it's the most unauthentic time in the world because you can make yourself look how you want to look on TV. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, think about it. We go online, girls doing makeup where they light skin on one side, dark skin on the other. They make themselves light skin all over, totally different person. Totally different person. Like a changeling, more than meets the eye. Okay, guys, all men, they claiming that they doing this, claiming that they doing that, but they using drugs to get the shit that you gotta that because and that's the thing, unauthentic world we living in and laziness. Everybody want a shortcut, yo. Everybody want a shortcut. Everybody want ease. Ease is the quickest killer of humanity. Quickest killer of man and woman is ease. Shit ain't easy. Who told these people shit was gonna be fair and easy? It ain't fair. Life ain't fair and easy. Everything we done learned from learning how to walk, we learn that come with failure and adversity. From scripture all the way up to your personal living experiences. Ain't nothing ever been fair. Ain't nobody ever told you it's gonna be fair. And if you're a person of color, you know damn well you ain't been told nothing been gonna be fair for you. So, and you come from a culture of unfairness. We got a history of unfairness. It's like, so who the hell told these people that we just gotta do away with adversity? We gotta do away with fighting. It ain't always physical fighting. I mean, mentally fighting, spiritually fighting, eternally fighting. Who told you to just give up and accept it? Things supposed to be easy and fair. It's like, no, it's crazy. It's crazy. We living in an unauthentic, lazy world. Everybody want the easy way out and shortcut. And it's failing. It's failing. We look around, everything failing. People perishing for lack of what? Knowledge. But they walk around with a computer in their hand. It's like, we losing. We losing. Humanity is losing because humanity ain't trying to win. And you think you chasing a bag and all that. Yeah, where's that gotten us? Where's that gotten us? You know what I'm saying? It's like, everything is being flipped upside down, inside out. And it's like, it's bananas because it's like common sense. It's like, if you look at history show you that you're repeating some of the same things that have occurred before. So figure out another way to do something different and be better. If you notice, people don't talk about being better anymore. They don't talk about being elevated. They just doing shit just for the sake of what the world gonna say it look like. It's like, it's almost like beauty. You know what I'm saying? The statement of beauty in the eyes of the beholder is because what's the ideal, perfect, beautiful person look like? What's the ideal, good-looking person look like? It's like, let's take Halle Berry and Denzel Washington. Halle Berry's pretty because everyone says she's pretty. But does Halle Berry say she's pretty to herself? Maybe, maybe not, But it's like, she's pretty because the world says she's pretty. Denzel is a handsome guy because the world says he's a handsome guy. They put these people on cover of magazines and say they're the sexiest person alive, and the human mind visually takes pictures of that, and then all of a sudden, now that's what you define as pretty. He's what you define as handsome. It's like, so what is that? What is that? How is that definition? Pick the people walking around on earth and say that's the person. It's like, nah, that it's according to what the eye of the beholder of the eye sees. So it's like, and then what do we learn? We learn after you get to know a person, they may look this certain way, but they ugly on the inside, or they a fucked up individual. But now, are they? Well, wait a minute, they're beautiful. They're this or they're that. It's like, that's why it's in the eye of the beholder, because our actual beauty isn't defined by our flesh. That's another form of vanity, another form of ego, another form of sin. See what I'm saying? It's like we've adopted, we live and claim that we live in a world where we follow this and God and this, but it's like at the end of the day we following the world, we idolizing the world, because if you weren't idolizing the world, you wouldn't want an easy way out all the time, and you wouldn't be doing things for aesthetic purposes. You'd be doing things for natural human being purposes or living purposes that's going to better yourself and somebody behind you or humanity's future. But we're doing things for an aesthetic aspect. You know, we're doing things for the sake of idolization. You know, people add on to themselves or do things to themselves, which is fucking psychologically something wrong if you're willing to cut yourself to look a certain way for the sake of somebody else. Because nobody wakes up and says, I think I look better if I go get a surgery. You know, now don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about the person who's lost an excess of weight and has extra weight hanging. I'm not talking about the person who body may not have developed and they feel a little insecure or inadequate to themselves, not because someone's telling them they are, but to themselves. That's a whole different thing. I'm not talking about the person who has an ugly scar and may want to get that removed because it brings trauma or it tells a story of pain. I'm not talking about those type of things. I'm talking about people who do it just for the sake of a societal look. What does it add to your life? How is it making your life better? What is it doing for something else that's going to benefit this plane in life as far as the world? Nothing. You can still die. You can still get murdered. Someone will still rob you. Someone will still break in your home. You'll still get cancer. You'll still get sick. You'll still get the flu. You can still get COVID. You can still get in a car crash. It does nothing to add enrichment to life at all. Just aesthetics for the sake of the world. An easy way out. That's what we live in. Unauthentic reality. Laziness. Everybody wants the easy way out. Now, if you flip this shit back upside down and go back to the days when you had to get up and go get everything and earn everything, let's see how many people, where them people will be at then. Not where you just going and doing something simple every day. No, where you got to get up and be active and move and do things to get what you have to take back to whoever, even if it's just yourself. Let's see where that'll go in. Let's see where that unauthenticity will be then. But if all this shit goes back to not mattering again, on some Twilight Zone shit, let's see what it matters then. You know, speaking of Twilight Zone, there was an episode of Twilight Zone when they showed up and everybody was like these gorgeous people, these beautiful people, man, woman. Twilight Zone kind of old for your generation, but all these people that were beautiful and the regular people were like looking at them like, well, I take that back. I got it wrong. Thinking of another show, but on this episode of the Twilight Zone, everybody there were like odd looking, and these two people, a man and a woman, showed up there to this other planet where everybody there was odd looking, and they, the beautiful people, were the scary looking ones, the ones that they put in the lab like, let's poke at them, like, what's wrong with them? So beauty in the eye of the beholder. But remember, we live in an unauthentic, lazy society now. Everybody wants the easy way out without work and earning. Can't be a punk with faith. Can't be scared with faith. But also faith without work is what? Dead. And if you look around, in the society dead and dying? In the society dead and dying? People dying every day. People walking around and their bodies dead every day. People walking around mentally dead, spiritually dead, and physically dead. Mind you, I said they walking around physically dead, meaning that they have access to do things to better themselves, for their legacy, for their lifeline, for their bloodline, for their family, for their genetics, and they don't. Unauthentic, lazy society. They rather just cover it up and act like it don't exist and find the easiest way to be nothing and pose that they're being something. Lesson from your pop, kid. Hey, listen now, peace.